All right, folks. The new version for WWF SmackDown 2's Inspired Patch is now out. So, with the version 1.4, I want to showcase all the new superstars that you can pre-select in the CAW mode. Even though, but due to hardware limitations, the roster of SmackDown 2 cannot be expanded. So let's take a look at all of the superstars that are in the presets. Here we have Al Snow in his SmackDown 1 attire. Yep, that's Al Snow in his SmackDown 1 attire. Next up, we have Andre the Giant, the 8th wonder of the world, who was supposed to be included in the original SmackDown 2, but was cut from the final roster, just like Ken Shamrock, The Big Show, Sergeant Slaughter, and Bob Backlund. Okay. Next up, we have Antonio Inoki from The Pro Wrestling 2, which is the Japanese port of SmackDown 2, featuring wrestlers who only wrestled in Japan back in during that period, during the time of SmackDown 2's release. Next up, we have Date Ken himself, Atsushi Onita. And when I said Date Ken himself, Date Ken is actually Atsushi Onita's fictional counterpart from WCW Revenge for the Nintendo 64. Oops. All right. Next up is... Okay. Next up, we have Bart Gunn, who is already part of the main roster in the game, in Inspired Patch. And we have another superstar who's still part of the, who is also part of the main roster of the Inspired Patch, the Big Boss Man. Oops, again. Once again, shout out to the channel that does the Inspired Patch for this wonderful patch of SmackDown 2. Next up, we have Daddy Ass himself, Billy Gunn, who is also part of the main roster. Next up is The Big Show, with his SmackDown 1 appearance, even though he was supposed to be in SmackDown 2 with shorter hair, but he was cut from the roster due to him being in Ohio Valley Wrestling back then during the game's release. And he couldn't return to the WWE until the Royal Rumble in 2001, when he made a surprise appearance. Next up is the Blue Meanie, who is also part of the main roster in the patch. Next up, we have another wrestler who was supposed to be in the final release of SmackDown 2, but was also cut, which is Bob Backlund. And Bob Backlund was in the WWE during the McMahon-Helmsley era, period of the Attitude Era in WWE. Next up is JBL himself, Bradshaw, before he became JBL. And fans called him just a big loser. And next up is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, Bret the Hitman Hart. All right, moving on now. Okay, next up we got Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, in his 1999 gear, when he wore jeans during his final days in WWE. Okay. Next up, we got Devon, get the tables! Bubba Ray Dudley in his SmackDown 2 gear. All right, moving on now. Next up, we got He Who Must Not Be Named. And we all know why we call him that, because of what he did in 2007. All righty. Next up is Y2J himself, Chris Jericho, with his hairstyle from the prototype of SmackDown 1, before they had to change his hairstyle for the final game. And next up we have Christian, who later became Captain Charisma. Let's see here. And next up we have the ninth wonder of the world. Also rest in peace, China. China with a Y. And we also have, who is the only woman wrestler in the main roster of the Inspired Patch. And next up we have Crash Holly, weighing in at, well, allegedly over 400 pounds. And remember, he used to carry a scale to the ring. Next up we have Dan the Beast Severn, who was the Beast before Brock Lesnar was. Alrighty. Next up we have Diamond Dallas Page, one of the WCW stars that are in the Inspired Patch. Feel the bang. He is New Jersey's very own Diamond Dallas Page. Next up we have D'Lo Brown. And you know his lowdown attire is also in the Inspired Patch, but you just have to edit D'Lo. Ready? Next up we got another wrestler who's already in the game, Dr. Death C. Williams. Also rest in peace. Alrighty, moving on now. And we have another superstar who is also resting in peace, Darren Drozdoff, who used to team up with the Road Warriors during the Attitude Era for LOD 2000. All right. Next up is Devon Dudley. Devon, get the tables! In his SmackDown 2 gear. And then next up we have Earl Hebner, the most controversial referee in WWE history. And he was involved in the Montreal Screwjob. And I remember it very well, even though that was before I started watching wrestling. Next up we have Eddie Guerrero, also rest in peace. And this year will mark 20 years since his death. Oops. Next up we have the Cope himself, who is currently in AEW, Edge, who is now the Cope in AEW. Moving on now. Next up we have Ron Farouk Simmons, the other half of the APA. Next up we have Gangrel. Yeah, we have Gangrel next, one of the 3 members of the Brood. All right. Next up, we got Genichiro Tenryu, another wrestler from the Pro Wrestling 2, only released in Japan. That was released during the same time period of SmackDown 2, but it only came out in Japan. And next up, we got The Godfather before he joined the Right to Censor. Alrighty, moving on now. Next up, we got Goldberg, who recently retired after his match with Gunther at Saturday night's main event, but lost. It was for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event a few weeks ago. Next up, we got the bizarre one, Goldust, Dustin Rhodes, the son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and also the brother of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Alrighty. Next up, we got Grandmaster Sexay, the son of Jerry the King Lawler, reverted, well, and that's Brian Christopher, but reverted back to Grandmaster Sexay. Yeah, he is the son of Jerry the King Lawler, and also rested. And that's, yeah, and also rest in peace. So. Next up, we got the Great Muta, also from the Pro Wrestling 2, which is a Japanese counterpart of SmackDown 2. Next up, we got the Great Nita, also from the Pro Wrestling 2. Very impressive CAW roster. Because, you know, due to hardware limitations, this will be like the PS1's version of equivalent of DLC. And next up, we got the Great Sasuke, who is known as the Black Ninja in WCW World Tour for the N64. Yeah, remember, he was the Black Ninja in WCW World Tour for the Nintendo 64. And they had to change his appearance. Next up, we got Hardcore Bob Holly, who is also part of the base main roster. He should be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame one day. And next up, we got Hayabusa, also rest in peace, from the Pro Wrestling 2 for the only release in Japan. Alrighty, moving on now. Next up, we have Hollywood Hulk Hogan, rest in peace, Hulkster. Hulkamania lives on forever. And there's another variant of Hulk Hogan in the Inspired patch, and who was previously in the previous version as a Patron exclusive. And here we have 80s Hogan, back when he was known as Hulkamania. Hulkamania runs wild forever. Rest in peace, Hulkster. Thank you so much, Hulkster. Moving on now. Got Jeff Hardy, one half of the Hardy Boys. One of the best Daredevils, one of WWE's greatest Daredevils. Next up, we got Jeff, Jeff, Jarrett himself, Jeff Jarrett. Tuning up the band. And you know, his manager from the Attitude Era, Deborah, used to be married to Stone Cold Steve Austin. They married in 2000, but split in 2002 due to domestic violence. Next up, we have Jerry the King Lawler, who is also going to be part of the original SmackDown 2, but was cut from the final game. Alrighty. Moving on now. Next up we have Jinsuke Hakushi himself. Jinsei Sasasuke. Hard to pronounce his name. Because you know he was known as Hakushi. And he feuded with Bret the Hitman during the New Generation era. Ready? Gonna move on now. We have one of the members of the Mean Street Posse, Joey Abs. Now remember, they were Shane McMahon's buddies during the Attitude Era. They were so forgettable. Next up, we got Jumbo Tsuruta, who is also from the Japan, the Pro Wrestling 2, from only released in Japan. Alrighty. Next up, we got Kane, and you know you can also change his attire to his 2000 tank top attire. If you're not satisfied with the one sleeve attire from 1997 until mid-2000, then go right ahead to do his tank top attire. Next up, we have the world's most dangerous man himself, Ken Shamrock, who was also supposed to be part of the original SmackDown 2, but he was cut as well because he went back to UFC. And he was supposed to wear green trunks instead of blue trunks during the game's release, if he was supposed to be put in the game. Next up, we got Kenta Kobashi, who is also from the Pro Wrestling 2 in Japan, a Japan PS1 exclusive. Moving on now, we have Big Sexy himself, Kevin Nash. Sadly, he is now the only surviving founding member of the New World Order. It's sad to say, though. Rest in peace, Hogan, and rest in peace, Hall. Next up, we have R-Truth himself, K-Quick. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, folks. Sorry, I was sweating, so I had to get the sweat off. Okay. Alrighty, next up we got Kodo Fuyaki, who is also from the Pro Wrestling 2, only released in Japan. Next up we got the Olympic gold medalist himself, Kurt Angle. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. And he was the WWE champion when the original SmackDown 2 came out. When he defeated The Rock at No Mercy 2000, he was the champion during the original game's release. And next up, we got one of the three faces of Mick Foley, Mankind. Have a nice day. Alrighty. One of Mick Foley's three faces, aside from Cactus Jack and Dude Love. Alright, next up we have Marvelous Mark Merrow, who used to be married to Sable. Yeah, remember, he used to be married to Sable, but now she's married to Brock Lesnar. Alright, next up we have Masahiro Chono, who is one of the members of the NWO in Japan. Yeah, he's one of the NWO Japan members. Next up we have Matt Hardy, the other half of the Hardy Boys. And you know, my name is Matt also. Kind of cool, right? Next up, we got Sean Stasiak himself, which is Meat. That was before he was the visitor from Planet Stasiak during the invasion angle. Yeah, and that was before he had the gimmick of the visitor from Planet Stasiak during... And you know, Sean Stasiak also wrestled for WCW. Oh, and I forgot, Mark Henry's in there too. Sorry about that, folks. Mark Henry is in it too. Also part of the base roster in the Inspired patch. I mean, not base roster, main roster. Next up, we got another addition to the Inspired patch, Michael Hayes, who is the manager of the Hardy Boys. Yeah, he was a manager of the Hardy Boys. And you know, he was a wrestler prior to him being a manager for the Hardys. Next up, we got Midian. How could we ever remember that or forget that guy? How can we ever remember to forget Midian? Next up, we got Mitsuharu Misawa. Also from the Pro Wrestling 2 only release in Japan. Next up we got Headbanger Mosh. One half of the Headbangers. These guys should be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame one day. Both Mosh and Thrasher. Because they've been in the latest 2K installments. Next up we have Naoya Ogawa from the new, who is also part of the Pro Wrestling 2 in Japan. Next up we got, moving on now. Next up we got Owen Hart, also rest in peace. And he's also part of the main roster as well. Next up we got The Undertaker's manager, Paul Bearer, who I don't know why it would wrestle in this game. And also rest in peace. Next up, we got Perry Saturn in his pink trunks instead of his black trunks from the original SmackDown 2. Yeah, I remember that was before mopping. How can we ever remember to forget mopping? Next up, we got another member of the Mean Street Posse, Pete Gas. Alrighty, moving on now. Got Prince Albert. Before he teamed up with Test. That was his, yeah, that was before he teamed up with Test. Next up, we got Raven. Quote the Raven, nevermore. And that, I think that's his Just Bring It attire. Because you know, Raven wasn't Just Bring It. And next up, we got the Nature Boy himself, Ric Flair. Woo! Who is also one of the latest additions in this patch, in the version of the patch. And next up, we got Ricky Chozo, who is also from the Pro Wrestling 2 only release in Japan. Next up, we got Rikishi. who is also part of the original SmackDown 2 and the main roster of the Inspired patch. Okay, then. And next up, we got the Road Dogg himself, Jesse James, also part of the original SmackDown 2 and the main roster of the Inspired patch. Yep, the Road Dogg, Jesse James. Excuse me. And next up, we got the whole show himself, Rob Van Dam. It's really nice inclusion in the previous patch. Seeing Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam. And they even included the 5-star frog splash in this updated version. And next up, we got The Rock in his ring gear. Yep, The Rock in his ring gear. Righty. Next up, we got The Rock in his backstage gear when he wore the athletic pants and shirt and sunglasses. Alrighty. Next up, we got the third member of the Mean Street Posse, Rodney. Hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. I was sweating a little bit. Next up, we got also rest in peace to Scott Hall. Also rest in peace. Just like Hogan, also rest in peace Hall. Next up, we got Scotty 2 Hottie, WORM, Worm. Also reverted back to his SmackDown, the original SmackDown 2 gear, which I like better. Yeah, I actually like it better than his, sorry about that, my finger was in the way. Next up, we got the Sarge himself, Sergeant Slaughter, who is also going to be in the original SmackDown 2, but was cut from the final roster, just like the Big Show was. Yep, just like the Big Show was. Next up, we got Shane O'Mac himself. Yeah, we got Shane O'Mac himself, who you can play as in the season mode when you select him. Well, unless if they're originally non-playable in the exhibition mode. Unless if you use their preset model from the Creator Wrestler mode. Oh, sorry about that. Next up, we got HBK himself, Shawn Michaels. Also part of the main roster as well, in both the original and the Inspired. Next up, we got Shinya Hashimoto, also from the Pro Wrestling 2 and only released in Japan. And next up, we got Sid Vicious, also rest in peace, who was added just like Goldberg in version 1.2, just like Goldberg was. Also rest in peace. And next up, we got Stan Hansen. That was the man who broke Bruno Sammartino's neck. Yeah, well, that was the man who broke Bruno Sammartino's neck. Whoops, hold on a second. Next up, we got the Lethal Weapon, Steve Blackman, and I'm not talking about the movie with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. That's the nickname of Steve Blackman. He was one of the greatest hardcore champions in WWE history. Next up, we have Big Daddy Cool, Big Stevie Cool himself, Stevie Richards, before he was before he formed the Right to Censor. Yeah, that was before he formed the Right to Censor. And next up, we got one of the best inclusions in this patch. The version of the patch, the man they call Sting. Sting looks great in this one. So thumbs up to the creators of this patch for Sting's model. So thumbs up to them. And next up, we got Stone Cold Steve Austin in his in-ring gear. Yep, we got Stone Cold Steve Austin in his ring gear. And we also have Austin in his backstage gear with his cap, vest, and jeans. In the original SmackDown 2, he didn't wear the cap. He just wore the jeans and the vest when he crushed Vince's limo, if I remember correctly. Next up, we got Tatsumi Fujiyama from the Pro Wrestling 2, only released in Japan. Next up, we have the Human Suplex Machine Taz, and also the son of AEW's Hook. Father of AEW's Hook. Next up, we have Test in his SmackDown 1 gear, also rest in peace. Yeah, that was before he teamed up with Albert. Yeah, that was when he was in his SmackDown 1 gear. Also, we got Headbanger Thrasher, the other half of the Headbangers. These guys should be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame one day. Next up, we got Toshiaki Kawada, also from the Pro Wrestling 2, only released in Japan. And also returning in his original gear, Triple H. In his gear when he was the game, after when he turned on DX. Yeah, that was after when he turned on DX at WrestleMania 15. I actually like that attire better than his in this patch than his pre-Mania 15 gear. Next up, we have the dead man himself, The Undertaker, the Lord of Darkness. Yeah, that's when he was still known as the Lord of Darkness. And that was what he looked like in SmackDown 1. And hold on one second. I'm sweating once again. Sorry about that, folks. That was what he was still the Lord of Darkness. And next up we have Big Van Vader, who flopped in WWA. He had a much better run in WCW than he did in WWA, and also rest in peace to Vader as well. Next up we have Val Venus in his SmackDown 1 gear. Yeah, he's in his SmackDown 1 gear. Ready? Oops. Next up, we have Vince McMahon in his ring gear. That's his SmackDown 2 gear. No chance in hell. And also for Vinnie Mac himself, that's his SmackDown 1 attire, and also his backstage attire, his business suit attire, when he wore during backstage cutscenes. Alrighty, moving on now. We got Viscera, also known as King Mabel and Big Daddy V. Also rest in peace. Yep, also rest in peace. Yeah, remember he was known as Big Daddy V and also King Mabel. Next up we have William Regal, who was already in the WWE during the game's release. And they couldn't put him in because he debuted after the 1999-2000 season of WWE. And he resembles what he looked like in SmackDown Just Bring It for the PS2. And last but not least, we have X-Pac, Sean Waltman himself. And that's the CAW roster for SmackDown 2. Even though the creators cannot expand the roster size, and they can only have 10 CAW slots. They can also increase the CAW slots as well. So it is what it is, and that'll be like an equivalent of an expanded roster as well. Even though this is almost like the equivalent of DLC in the PS1 era. And also, once again, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Thank you so much, and you will forever be missed in our hearts. Thank you for watching. See you next time.